Hey guys, Tom here, I hope you're well. Here today doing a review of the absolutely awesome Honda Monkey 125. This bike has been kindly lent to me by the guys over at Honda Maidstone. And if it is a bike you're interested in, please do check them out. What an absolute laugh. I thought about doing the Monkey because I've not been on one before, and following the MT10, I thought it'd be interesting to get something completely different out for a test ride for you guys. So Honda Monkey, this version as well, it comes with the Yoshimura exhaust as well, so you'll be able to hear that in a second, which sounds absolutely fantastic, I would say. So the Monkey itself, so it's a 125cc, it has 9 brake horsepower. 9! The MT10 last bike I did had 160. It has 11 Newton meters of torque. Seat height is 776. What else? So it has a 5.6 litre fuel tank. However, the fuel range on it is incredible. The fuel economy, apparently it does something in the region of 180 mile per gallon, which is just epic. It's got 4 gears, LED lights all around, and yeah, I think it is cool. It's a very different bike. I've first started seeing them when I was doing charity runs and things with a few people out on them then, and they always stand out as quite fun, quite exciting. They make people smile when you see someone riding them. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I must look massive on this thing when I'm riding it, but it is it's great fun. It's definitely got a lot of character about it, and I suppose if you're getting a 125 or looking at getting a 125, this is, you know, a pretty quirky option to go with, and very good for around town, I would say. I'll show you the footage that I'm riding around with it on, but it's pretty good. Let's fire up so you can hear that exhaust. So to start off with as well, I hope it comes up on the screen. If you look at the screen when I fire it up, it does this little blinky thing, which is quite cute. But oh, yeah, little winks at you. Nice touch. Let's fire up. I'm in neutral. I mean, listen to that exhaust. It's brilliant. I'll give it a bit of a rev as well. I mean, how cool does that sound? It's the lowest power bike that I've been test riding when I've been doing these videos, but I think it is probably the best sounding. Especially around town. It weighs something like 107 kilograms as well, so moving it around, you know, is no problem at all. I actually think this bike, if you're living in London, I do a lot of riding in London around town, and if I was living in London, just driving around London all the time, and not needing to go far on motorways and things, this would be perfect for getting around London. Absolutely perfect and different. I think it has, you know, a cool factor which a lot of 125s I think miss, you know, because this is, it's just different. It's not trying to be a sports bike, it's not trying to be a cruiser where it's going to be an underpowered and all of those. It is what it is. It's a toy bike effectively, and lots and lots of fun. I think also with 125s, I think a lot of people probably do their CBT, get a 125, and then they're looking to sell the 125 to get something bigger. Whereas something like this, you'd probably keep it as a bike that you would have for a long time, just to have for those fun trips or going on charity rides or just popping around town quickly. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back on it now and continue with the footage. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Okay, so I'm here on the little Monkey. Oh my god, I've got a smile on my face straight away. It feels hilarious. Okay, so route I'm going to be taking on this test route, it's going to be similar to my normal route, pretty much the same but in a different order, because I think I'm going to do the dual carriageway at the end. Well, it sounds brilliant. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going through town, through some traffic, out into the countryside a bit, and then back up, and then up the dual carriageway, going up the hill, probably testing out the top speed of this. In terms of the seating position and everything, I've actually got a lot more. I've got more space than I thought I had, which is good. I don't know what gear I'm in. There's no gear indicator. You've literally just got the little dial in the centre with your mile per hour on it, which is the main thing that you can see. But I'm loving this so far. It's just hilarious, and it's going a lot more than I expected it to. I thought it was going to be struggling a bit with my 90 odd kilos on it, but it seems to be doing well. It feels okay on these sorts of roads. I mean, the handling is it does feel very light. The bike only weighs 107 kilos and I'm sticking my 90 plus kilos on top of it, so the weight is I can't quite feel exactly where it is. It doesn't feel like planted. It's not a bike for exceptional handling though, so but saying that, the handling is alright for what it is. I don't actually have a lot of experience riding 125s. I think I only spent about an hour on a 125 in total, which was when I was doing my CBT, but so I can't compare it to other 125s, but maybe this is a 125 thing with regards to the handling. Let's get her up to speed. Full throttle. Hitting the rev limiter, I was only in second there. So it doesn't feel quite as stable as I'm used to, and there's quite a bit of gravel in the road here, so... Oh, road ahead closed. Oh, that one, that's okay. So having to slow down a bit there. The mirrors for me, I'm a little bit wide at the top, so I can't really see that well things behind me, but I can see things over to the side. I think if I could get some mirrors sort of extending out a little bit further, that would probably be good for me. Just listen to the sound of that exhaust though. I think the exhaust is good because it's a small bike, so you are slightly worried about not being seen. However, with it sounding so good, and apparently the stock is quite quiet, I've heard, so with a louder exhaust on, it just makes you a lot happier. I think this bike has actually been voted the best 125cc motorbike. I'm sure I saw something pop up on my Facebook the other day from somewhere about it, so yeah, an interesting accolade. I'm not sure what they judged it on. I didn't read the article, so, but I think it's definitely different. With these sorts of speeds around town, you know, it copes with them absolutely fine. So I'm saying the twisties, it's all right. I mean, it's not going to be something that you can throw around corners quick. I'm finding I'm having to change the way I ride a little bit, use my weight a bit more to get the bike exactly where I want it to be. It's not that it's hard to steer, it's just that it just feels a bit sort of unstable, I suppose, at speed around a corner. But you know, it's not what this bike is made for, really. This bike is made for getting around town, have a little bit of fun on. It's actually really nice with these sorts of bends, this sort of speed. Not too severe, not bent over far, just feeding it through. Works nice at that, actually. Alright, so let's head back down through town and then on the dual carriageway up the hill, which I'm still a bit nervous about doing that, but hopefully it'll be okay. We might end up hitting a top speed on the way down. Not sure what the top speed of this is, but going downhill's got to be interesting on a dual carriageway. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Filtering through traffic seems okay. The only issue, I suppose, is because you're lower down, you don't have the same visuals that you'd have, the same line of sight looking ahead. But that exhaust really does help with letting people know where you are. Okay, almost in the national speed limit bit going up the hill. Coming up the hill there, which isn't bad. It's better than I thought it would be. Not really sure what gear I was in. I went searching for another gear. I think I must have been in 4th, and I went searching for another gear. There was nothing there. Right, let's go back down. Okay, so as we're coming back down into town, let's do some of my concluding thoughts. Fun bike. Fun slash funny, humorous, quirky, I would say. It's not a bike that you're going to throw around the twisties, I don't think. But for getting around town, wow, what a cool little option, I would say. This exhaust, I would definitely look at getting this exhaust if you are going to get one. I have heard that it is quite quiet to stock, and this Yoshimura exhaust sounds absolutely fantastic and makes a huge difference to your presence on the road in such a small bike. It's comfortable. I'm 6 foot, as I think I mentioned, and you know, I don't feel too cramped over in this bike or anything. It feels, you know, okay. The seat is nice as well. You can move forward and back, obviously. The brakes, not amazing front brake, but it does its job, I would say. exhaust is just brilliant. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, maybe subscribe, comment. Is this a bike that you'll go for? Oh, and also if you are an owner of this bike, please do, you know, drop a comment about your thoughts and experiences with it. That really does help let people know what it's about. It's more from my 2-hour ride. But yeah, if it is a bike you're interested in, Honda Maidstone, there they are there. Many thanks to them for lending me this bike. Awesome bunch. And I will catch you for the next one. Cheers, bye.